Okay, we were just doing, well, I was just doing some garden maintenance. Rachel, the other part of Buddy Club, is out at summer playground right now. School's over, so she's hanging out at the playground doing some organized activities with other kids, and they've got staff and stuff, so she's playing baseball and doing some arts and crafts right now. I wanted to take a couple minutes and run out here and start cutting the garlic back. You can see that obviously we have a whole bunch of it, but I want to start removing all these scapes. I might be a little bit behind schedule on this, perhaps. They got a little bit too long, but this right here is a garlic scape. They've curled over now, obviously. This part here will turn into a flower, and this is an indicator right here that down here underneath the ground, the head is starting to really start to develop and get itself good to go. What I want to do is I want to get that more energy and larger heads of garlic, so this scape right here is going to kind of hinder that. It's going to take energy away from the plant. So what I would like to do is start to thin these off of each and every plant. You only get one scape per plant. I'm going to start to cut them off of each and every one of them. I've started that already on some of this stuff. You can see here that this is already starting to, it looks wet, but it really isn't. I'm feeling this. There is a sore there, or I've wounded the plant obviously by making a cut. From information that I've read about garlic and trimming garlic scapes and so forth, it's best to do this process in midday, actually, when the temperature is relatively high and the sun is out. The reason being, it'll help this wound to cauterize itself somewhat, whereas if we were to do this in the morning time, you know, when you would maybe pick basil or something like that, if you were to prune this off in the morning time, you could have sap emitting from here for a couple hours. So what we want to do is stop that from happening, close this wound up as fast as possible. So that's what I've heard and read. I am saving all my scapes. I'm gonna see if we can make some nice garlic pesto, garlic scape pesto or something with these. What I will do is I will remove the floral part, everything basically from to the left of my finger all the way here down, and then I'll probably take the top of this. I could probably save some of that top up there too, but you know what, I'm gonna have a ton of this stuff, and what I'd like to do is use some of this garlic to my advantage, these scapes. What I'm gonna do is, we used to have lettuce and spinach and stuff in here. That's all been pulled in favor of avoiding bolting, and then I'm putting down carrots, carrot seeds. Now, I don't use tape. I just kind of broadcast my seedlings out on a straight row. And what happens there when you start to thin off carrots is you give off the plant emits a scent of carrot, and that kind of invites carrot fly or some other bugs that you don't really want. So what I'm going to do is take a small bucket worth of scapes, chuck them into a 5-gallon bucket or something like that. I'm going to smash them up with a stick or with a something. Maybe I'll dice them up really well, go over to the old rainwater barrel, and I'll fill it up, let that stuff steep off for a while, and then what I'll do is I'll use that to broadcast over the whole area of my carrot seedlings when they actually emerge after I've pruned them back, and I will then disguise that scent. So hopefully it tricks the insects and bugs and so forth that may come and wreak havoc to my garden. Maybe it'll fool them. I'm hoping. I mean, they don't have a real big brain, so maybe that'll help. I don't know. That's what I've read anyway. I'm gonna give it a whirl. I tried it last year and it seemed to work all right, so this is kind of year 2 of the experiment. See what happens. But just remember, garlic scape garlic scapes are good eats, good to, you know, throw in pesto or something like that. And I don't know, I've heard they're good with eggs, all kinds of stuff. There's lots of recipes out there, so come up with something. If you have a favorite recipe, by all means, please let me know. I would appreciate it, and we will see everybody soon. Done. Alright, so one real fast thing. This is the garden shears that I'm using, garden scissors that I'm using for this whole garden trimming. Whatever I'm doing. This is it. I don't know the name brand because it's worn off, but before I started this whole garlic scape trimming dealie, I had gone through, cleaned up the scissors real well, made sure that they're nice and sharp. I took them apart, just removed this nut, took them apart, put into the bench vise a little bit, filed them down, used some steel wool and cleaned off the burrs, and then I sterilized it, or I cleaned it with some alcohol, and I'm cleaning it every, I don't know, every other row or so. Probably should do it a little bit more often, but I just go off and clean it with a little bit more alcohol every, I don't know, 10th, 12th plant, whatever. Alright, so these are the scapes I'm going to use to smash up. Just going to use a stick, which happens to be a hunk of 2x4. Just kind of loosen them up a little bit, break the skins, so that I can get some of that flavor stuff out of there. Let's take a look in there. See, it's starting to get all bashed up, you can see. One other thing that we should probably realize is that, you know, when I started pulling those scapes off, that's kind of indicative of my garlic getting ready to be harvested relatively soon. This is the end of June. The garlic has been down since last October, so it overwintered. I put it down around Halloween. At this point, since I've removed the scapes, I'm going to cut down watering to just a minimal amount. The way things have been going on around here anyways, we've been getting rain frequently and a lot of it, so hopefully my garden is going to be okay with the garlic this year, more than I think the garlic would really care for. But once we remove scapes is time when you generally want to slow down watering. If you're going to do any weeding around your garlic, it's, in my opinion, the best way to do it is just to do it by hand instead of using tools that may damage the actual heads of garlic. And then now I'm going to start to watch my garlic that the scapes are off. I'm going to look for the bottom leaves. Once we get the second and third set of leaves, let's go take a look real fast. The neighbors are all out making noise, so I'm kind of on the other side of the garage. We'll start looking at plants, and we can see here, I'm already starting to brown off on some stuff, but there's one, this here, here and here. I'll probably wait till I get around this level of the garlic actually browning off, and what it'll do is it'll start to kind of lean over, just like onions would. So the garlic will tell you when it's time, and I will post up another video on harvesting of garlic and probably my onions around the same time. So that'll be coming in the future. I hope we shared with you a little bit of stuff. I'm gonna be harvesting some scallions tonight, maybe some chives. Take a look at what else I can get and throw into a pesto or a salad real fast. All right.